Hello YouTube, welcome in, welcome in. We are hanging out with some pitch meetings today and we are going to watch some live action Disney pitch meeting compilations. So, as we all know, Disney has been doing a very fantastic job of doing their live action reenactments of our favorite IPs from when we were kids and all that. It's great. They did the smart thing and stopped, making brand new IPs with wonderful characters. They stopped giving us, crazy good animation quality. They stopped teaching us like valuable lessons, and they stopped, giving us those fun little love stories and all that. It done away with all that. Now we're on to the new and improved era of Disney, where we get repeats upon repeats upon repeats upon reimaginings of the exact same story over and over and over again, but with the twist that they're going to be played by really weird character designs. And we're also going to throw out the original stories every single time. It's a whole thing. Like, this is honestly Disney's best era. Anyway, let's check out some of the pitch meetings about that.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So I was just going through the list of Disney classics we haven't redone as live action, right? Oh, we still have some left? That's amazing. That's right, sir.
You have a bunch left.
Turns out there's one called Pinocchio. What?
Oh, Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. Oh, do you mean Pinocchio? Oh, yeah, that might be it. And so
no, you guys live actioned that one a long time ago. Actually, it wasn't half bad if memory serves.
What really spoke to me about this one is that we haven't done it yet. Oh, you know what? I like that too. Let's remake an 80-year-old animated movie and slap a big-name actor in it, because maybe money. I was thinking Tom Hanks as Geppetto. Oh, do you think he could do a consistent Italian accent, or no clue? Let's roll the dice. Oh.
And, who needs the Italian accent? At all. Or for him to look old. Or anything. Honestly, I think Liam Neeson would probably do a better job.
Oh, how fun! So this guy Geppetto lives in a house with a CGI cat and a CGI fish, and he makes CGI clocks.
Oh, they did re-release it as a live action. Oh no. Tried to make diversity in the most shameless, cheapest way possible. Yeah!
Why does he make clocks? Because his dead wife's main character trait was likes clocks. That makes sense. And he's made clocks of a bunch of Disney characters. Just a ton of references in there. We talking like
all
Easter eggs or overindulging in self-promotion? Yes.
Oh. Disney is known for putting in like Easter eggs and all that constantly. Like, there were so many little Easter eggs within like the hut and wow, I've forgotten a bunch of Brave. Just Brave. Yeah, and Brave, like when you go into the witch's hut and all that, like there were a whole bunch of Easter eggs alluding to the other movies. You could actually see some cars in like the Finding Nemo movies and all that. Like there were some good Easter eggs, and it's not like in your face. That one was egregious. Oh my god.
Perfect. So then Geppetto makes a CGI puppet of a little boy because he had a son that died. Oh, hell yeah. Get those dead relatives in here. Start this off like every other Disney movie. So then he...
Hell yeah. Also, I do love that we're making live action versions of movies. Complete live action versions of movies, right? And yet 3/4 of it is still CGI and animated. What's even the point?
Wishes upon a star, and this puppet, Pineapple Chai, comes to life. Amazing. And then this blue fairy shows up, and she's like, hey, little wooden boy, if you're good and nice and stuff, you can become a real boy. Wow, so what's the deal with this?
Huh. Well, I mean, that's what they did in the movie, right? Like, in the original. That's the idea, right? Also, I have a burning hatred for celebrity voice actors that can't voice act replacing actual voice actors whose whole job is doing good voice acting. Yeah.
It's fairy anyway. Don't worry about it, sir. We're literally never gonna see her again. Oh, okay, great. But before she leaves forever, she looks at a nearby bug and she's like, hey, I'm gonna need you to be this kid's conscience, okay? I'm gonna need you, little insect, to form this child's brain. That makes
yeah, that's part of the story.
sense, sure. So then Geppetto's super excited to have a kid again. Oh, wow. Well, but after a couple of days, he's like, all right, you gotta go to school now, because that's what kids do. Get out of here, you child. Does he not accompany him to school? No, he just sends him on his way. This is the man who's lost a child. Yeah, sends a clueless newborn talking puppet unsupervised out into the world, yeah. Wow, well, okay. So obviously,
just like Pokemon.
This puppet spends like a good 90 seconds staring at a big pile of crap on the road and sniffing it and stuff. I like and approve of that idea so much, I'm gonna pay real money to somebody who's probably passionate about cinema and art to animate that for us. Thank you. And so anyway, then there's this big talking fox named Honest John and his sidekick, this cat named Gideon, right? Okay, wait, which animals in this world can talk and which ones can't? Some do, some don't, some wear fancy clothes, it's pretty much arbitrary. But what determines which animals? Hey, shut up, so then...
Wait, what? I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the original, was it? What? And also, what is even the point of having them in there? Once again, this is supposed to be a live action movie. Why are we throwing in so many CGI characters? The hell?
This talking fox is like, wow, this talking puppet.
The straw that broke the camel's back was Chris Pratt as Mario. Chris Pratt actually, I think, did a good job as Mario, in my opinion.
Puppet could be famous. Because talking animals are normal, but not talking puppets. Sure, okay, so Honest John is like, hey, you can be an influencer, and a possible name for you is Chris Pine. Oh, topical jokes in movies always age well. They sure do, sir. So eventually this puppet follows Honest John and ends up joining this show run by a sketchy guy named Stromboli. Okay. But Stromboli's not very nice, and he locks him in a cage. Oh, no. Yeah, it's pretty rough, but then Pickled Chia...
I mean, I'm pretty sure that kind of happened, right?
Pet realizes that when he lies, his nose grows. Right, because that's the famous thing this character does. Yeah, sure, all right. So then by lying on purpose, he's able to reach the key he needs to escape. Oh, that's a pretty good lesson for the kids, for sure. It is.
Yes, lie like your heart, like everything relies on it so that you can get out of terrible situations. That's also another wonderful thing that they've been doing with the Disney movies. They've been making it so that they're giving them Caillou situations where be a terrible person, be a terrible child, it'll get you everything.
Yeah, resourcefulness and whatnot. Yeah, and also, you know, sometimes lying can help get you out of tough situations. Oh, that's not really what I was going for. I mean, not many...
That's exactly what you ended up sending, though.
Ways to interpret that one, buddy. He literally lies to get out of a situation. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Maybe that was what I was going for subconsciously, you know? Lying is pretty effective. Sure is. So then what happens? Well, then Pink Coolio randomly gets picked up by this coachman guy and forced to go to this place called Pleasure Island. Going to Pleasure Island is tight. Yeah, so
That's, can we choose a different name, maybe? Unless that was the name in the original show. It's been a long time since I've watched the original Pinocchio.
Somehow it makes me uncomfortable when you say that, sir. As
yes,
it
should.
Is. So anyway, the coachman dude brings them to this wacky place where they're allowed to break a bunch of stuff and just misbehave in general. Oh yeah, didn't they drink beer and smoke cigars in the original?
They sure did.
We can't show kids smoking and drinking in 2022. That's not really acceptable. You're definitely right on that one. So what kind of stuff are they gonna do? They're gonna drink root beer. Oh, kids can't.
They're going to drink root... What is this, a 4Kids dub? What is this? 4Kids... I'm sorry.
Drink root beer. That's terrible behavior. And also they're gonna smash a bunch of clocks. You know how kids like to smash clocks? That's actually not a thing at all, I don't think. Well, clocks are kind of meaningful to the story, so we're gonna pretend like it is. Well, okay then. But Pinot Grigio, he doesn't participate in any of this because he's a good boy. Shouldn't we have him participate and be...
And also, yeah, like, he way overly indulged in the original one. He was all about drinking the beer, smoking the cigars. It was like, all my friends are doing this. Obviously, this is how you're supposed to do things. What?
Tempted and stuff so he can learn to be a good boy? No, he's already a good boy throughout the whole movie. He knows wrong from right. So what's the point of Jiminy Cricket if Pinocchio already knows right from wrong? I don't know. You think we might be missing the entire point of the original? I don't care. Fair enough. So anyway, because he's a good boy, he doesn't get turned into a frickin' donkey, but those
I miss when I was naive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. I miss it.
Other kids, they're bad kids because they drank some root beer and destroyed things they were told they could destroy.
Exactly. They were allowed to do all these fun things that were specifically there for them to be able to do, were completely safe, and unfortunately, they were bad.
Exactly, so they get turned into donkeys and sold as slaves to the salt mines. So wait, why didn't the coachman just turn them all into
Oh my.
To donkeys right away. Why have them destroy a bunch of his property on Pleasure Island? Unclear. Oh, okay. So then Peanut Child finds out that Geppetto has sailed to sea to try and go rescue him. So now he's gotta go rescue him. Yeah, go save that old dude. Go save him. But then they're gonna get swallowed up by this big sea monster named Monstro. Oh no. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough for a few seconds for sure. Are they not? For
a few seconds? What do you mean? This was like an entire chunk of the movie.
Don't spend a lot of time in there. No, they get out pretty much immediately, because Pinocchio, who's there, starts a little fire and the smoke makes the monster sneeze. Well, fantastic. But then the sea monster's gonna chase them. Oh man, it's gonna be tough to get away from a sea monster. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because this puppet has superpowers now, so he uses his superpowered legs to get them out of there. Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Where do these come from?
His superpowers, that's great, that's very handy. So then he turns into a real human boy, or he doesn't, I don't know. The cricket's gonna be like, who knows, you know, who knows? The movie ends with a bug being like, who knows what happened, I don't know what happened. That's what we're going with, and so what do you think? Oh, I mean, Pinocchio is one of the
horrifying and horrible. You should be ashamed of yourself for what you did to this I hate it. And you guys did make a live action of it, you dumbasses. A legitimate live action.
Most beloved Disney movies of all time. It's hard to go wrong with this one. Agreed.
Pinocchio Review Bash Lifeless live action Disney remake. Critic slams Disney Plus and Robert Zemeckis' new live action remake of Pinocchio for being a boring retread with soulless CGI animation. Yeah. I swear it's a psyop. I remember Game Theory made a video on that Pleasure Island business would have been a completely profitable and completely capable business. Yes, it would be. Because wait, which one? Like the one in this movie, this travesty that we just watched, or the one like the original Pleasure Island? Because both would actually be very profitable in completely different ways. One in a very terrible way, and one in a you sell tickets to a bunch of kids to go break shit and drink root beer. As long as you're, you've got some good overhead, you're golden.
Mulan. So you have an original movie for me? Oh, no, actually, I'm just kidding. So you have a live action or incredibly lifelike CGI remake of an animated classic from the 90s that did really well for us so we could cash in on nostalgia for me? Oh,
there we go.
Got me, sir. I was thinking we could do Mulan. Amazing. Now, we've been getting a lot of criticism that our remakes are just straight up remakes, so we're gonna mix things up at least a little bit.
Who was criticizing them for doing that? Who was criticizing them for that? Like, when you're making a remake, you make a faithful remake. We just want to re-see it with better fidelity. That's the only reason you should be making a remake.
Here. You know it, sir. I was thinking we could take the animated movie and remove all the, fun stuff. Oh, that is different. Yeah, just take all the joy out of it, see how that feels. Very cool. So no more Mushu the talking dragon, I guess. Yeah, no, we're gonna want this to be a whole lot more realistic, so no more...
What? He was Mulan's guardian spirit creature. Huh?
More talking animals, no more breaking out into song. Nice. Just grounded, realistic stuff, like people that defy gravity and a witch that turns into a bird. What? Yeah.
Where'd this witch come from? The only enemies in this movie were... What? It was just the Huns. Wait, yeah. That was the only enemy in this movie. And they didn't have a what?
She has bird talons when she's in human form, and she can turn into people and 1,000 bats. And there's a CGI phoenix that shows up from time to time. Kind of a lot of wacky, fantastical elements there. Yeah, but all the characters are going to be somber, so it's mature. I guess that makes sense. Sure. So tell me about Mulan. Oh, well, at the beginning of the movie, we're going to see her as a child, and she's basically superhuman. Oh, she is? Yeah, she has the ability to channel her chi, so she's borderline magic. She's had these powers since she was born? She sure has, sir. So she's straight up, she's Anakin, She's Rey. She's Neo. She's freaking Maybelline. Oh, being born with...
Mulan was the daughter of a very powerful man. She was basically a princess. All right? She was pampered. she was more of like a tomboy, but like she was pampered. She wasn't gifted and all this sort of shit. She was actually kind of fucking useless. She then saw her dad, who is crippled, by the way, get drafted to a war. Was like, well, if he goes to this war, he's going to die. We don't have a son in order to take his place, so I guess I'll go in his place, dress up as a guy, do that, and then proceed to learn the hard way that she's not all that, but she can figure some shit out. She can use her weaknesses as strengths. That was the whole point of the movie.
With it is tight. Yeah. So in this version, she's not gonna grow into a warrior through cunning and hard work and perseverance? No, sir, she's just the chosen one. And what message do you think that's gonna be sending to kids? I don't know, sir.
Absolutely jack and shit, except it's another superhero movie that does nothing.
But what I do know is that this is a superhero movie now. Oh, those make us money, so please keep going. So anyway, when she grows up, she has to hide all her special Jedi powers because of tradition. Oh, bummer. But then these bad guys, they're taking over China, so you know, that's not good. And who are these bad guys? Well, there's this bad guy, Bori Khan, who wants to kill the Emperor because he killed his father. And then there's that witch lady who just wants to fit in. Oh, she does. Yeah, she's incredibly powerful and can probably take on China by herself, but Bori Khan is like, when I'm in charge, you'll fit in. So she's like, okay, cool. So he's...
What? What do you even mean?
Nice to her? Not particularly, no. He's actually pretty mean with her, compares her to a dog. Oh, very disrespectful. And let me tell you, these bad guys, they have a flair for the dramatic. Like, they line up in straight lines before battle for the most dramatic entrances possible. Very sassy.
That's kind of cool,
they spend
but...
a ton of time on their makeup. They're basically violent theater students. Wow. Anyway, so the Emperor...
Wow. Every time I say wow, I want you to stop talking.
Wants a man from every household to go fight the bad guys, but Mulan's dad, he's old and injured, so he's probably gonna die. That's not good. And so Mulan is
well, at least that's part of the movie.
Gonna secretly go in his place and pretend to be his son. Are we gonna have like a super intense and emotional montage like in the animated version where she puts on her father's armor? Not really, no. She's just gonna kind of go. Oh, okay. So then she's gonna go into training and meet some other soldiers. Are they gonna have fun personalities like in the animation? No, because that would be fun. Right, my bad. And so this commander guy, he's really...
Oh yeah, you're right. We can't have that.
Pushing everybody in training, because if they don't live up to his expectations, they get sent home. So wouldn't Mulan's father just have been sent home if he had gone?
Yeah, actually. That would have, you know, fixed the entire movie. Granted, they don't know that. They wouldn't have expected that to happen, so I'll give them that kind of, like, pass, I suppose.
Oh my god. Anyway, so what else happens? Okay, well, so Mulan is trying to hide the fact that she's a Jedi and a woman, right? Right. And the commander, he makes them do this test where they have to walk up a mountain with buckets of water. Oh, and does she figure out, like, a smart way to do that? Like the pole thing?
No, she just does it, apparently.
In the animated movie? No, at a certain point she just does it because she doesn't want to hide her superpowers anymore. So just straight up brute strength because of the powers she was born with? Yeah. I guess that's character growth. It might be. So anyway, later they end up in battle. Very exciting. And somehow Mulan ends up lost. What? Yeah, like she chases some people and then she's lost somehow. Anyway, then she encounters the witch.
But she got lost. But she has superpowers.
How does that go? Well, the witch is like, you need to stop lying about being a woman. And then Mulan is very inspired, so she heads back into battle with flowy hair and no armor. She should probably wear some armor, though. Yeah, well, she's not gonna, because she learned the art of the dramatic entrance now. Fair enough. And then she's gonna see that the bad guys are, like, launching explosives at the good guys. Oh, no, those blow up. Yeah, so before they can fire another shot, she gets on a horse, she picks up a bunch of helmets, she travels across the battlefield behind enemy lines up the mountain, then sets up the helmet so they think there's more than one soldier there. But how long does it take?
They would have probably dropped like 2 or 3 more bombs.
Then to reload. Oh yeah, that's kind of a lot of stuff, huh? Maybe she teleports because of her chi. Oh yeah, okay, sure. Anyway, so then she tricks them into causing an avalanche and then gets kicked out of the army for being a woman. Oh dang it. Then the witch tells Mulan that there's another attack that's gonna happen. So Mulan goes back and tells the army and they're like, okay, you lead the men now. Well, kind of a complete 180 on that one. Pretty much, yeah. And then later the witch is gonna tell Mulan that the emperor's been taken and he's gonna be killed. Okay, so is the witch just verbally leading Mulan to every single plot point in this thing? She is, yeah. Oh, a very guidey witch. Yeah, and then Boricon shoots an arrow at Mulan and the witch sacrifices herself in bird form.
Why?
Oh, sounds like maybe she should have turned herself into 1,000 bats on that one. Maybe. And so anyway, then Mulan has a pretty emotional moment with the witch as she's dying. Why doesn't the
Why? What?
bad guy, like, you know, shoot another arrow? Because there's an emotional scene happening. Oh, that's super
Oh yeah, it's movies, right? Emotional scenes mean plot armor, mean that nothing can happen at that moment.
considerate. And then Mulan's gonna have to go head to head with Boricon to save the Emperor. Oh man, it's gonna be tough to beat a badass like him. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because she's pretty much been a superhero this whole time. She uses her superpowers to make him fall off a thing, and then she jumps in the air and kicks an arrow into his heart. Oh my god. And then everybody...
What in the world? This the only good live action movie I've seen is Cinderella, but it was a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical. That probably would have done okay. I don't think I saw that one, but like, this is getting so... Oh right, no, the Cinderella one. Yeah, I think I remember seeing it now that I think about it. Yeah, that one was decent, but that was also a little while ago.
He's super happy for her because she's embodied all the Jedi by kicking a sharpened projectile into a man's chest. Very nice. And so, yeah, that's about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like
Awful. Wow, just stop.
a lot of fun. No, it doesn't sound fun. Not gonna be super fun, no. But, you know, it sounds like it could have cool visuals. Oh, definitely. This thing was made for the big screen.
Mulan released straight to Disney Plus for $30 in September. Disney announces the Mulan live-action movie will release on Disney Plus in September and will debut theatrically in certain markets the same day. Okay, but to be fair, every movie revolving around martial arts, specifically in China, are over the top like that. Yes. However, they could have done that, for one, they could have done that with any kind of IP. They could have made a whole brand new IP. Nobody would have batted an eye. They did this with Mulan, which had a story, had an entire thing. This was not Mulan that they showed. This was like a whole different story altogether. But they threw Mulan in order to try and get the, get the revenue off of the name alone. So it's like, stop trying to improve or take other IPs and make them into your own IP because you think you can do better than that. I'm surprised they didn't even mention China concentration. Okay, we're not even going to touch that one. That one, that's not even part of the movie. But like, stop trying to take movies that have like a legitimate plot, a legitimate story, actual shit going on with them, taking just their name and the characters' names, and then completely changing everything about them in order to make your own IP, because that's legitimately what they did, and they ruined a bunch of people, a bunch of people's, faith in this company, because that's the big thing that they're doing. They're just screwing themselves over. What's the next one? Oh, 101 Dalmatians.
So you have a...
I have no idea how bad this one was. Like, this one is very hard to mess up.
movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we could do...
Wait, didn't they make it called Cruella, and they actually just made it about Cruella de Vil as the main character instead of, as the main antagonist?
A Cruella de Vil origin story. The lady from 101 Dalmatians that wants to skin puppies? Yeah, how did she get to be the kind of person that wants to skin puppies, Let's get to know her. Okay. I'd rather not. I don't want to do that. Well,
honestly, that could work. That could work, so long as you're not making her, a person, like an actual good person or anything. Or if she was a good person, she gets corrupted. Like, that would actually be an interesting story. I would actually be okay with that one. So long as they don't mess it up. Let's see how they mess it up.
We're gonna. How are we gonna make people want to watch this character's backstory knowing she turns into someone that wants puppy skin? We're gonna have.
Well, like I said, that can work. That can work so long as, you know, it's not just a movie that's trying to idolize her. It could start with idolizing her, and then we just watch her, like, slowly descend into madness and horribleness and greed. But, like, we don't have to go down any other path, right? We're not doing that, right?
Ever go up against the Baroness, who's so obviously evil that people are gonna root for Cruella by default. Oh, so by contrasting her with someone more evil, that makes her sympathetic? That's right. So technically, we could then make an origin movie for the Baroness. Sure, if we contrast her with somebody more evil, then we can make an origin movie for that villain. Oh, that's a very good point, sir. We could keep making origin movies like that all the way back until the dawn of time. Yeah, I mean, let's not exaggerate. We could probably stop at the dawn of time. Then again, they do say that time is a cruel mistress. Oh, that's a very good point. So we should probably...
Let's just stop at that. They actually did a 101 Dalmatians remake in the 90s. I believe the Glenn Close Cruella is revolved around her descent into who she is and who she... and the clips I've seen are actually really good. Well, to be fair, though, clips tend to, you know, grab the better... portions of the movie. I'm sure it's probably fine, but I'm not liking the idea that, okay, we're going to make you root for Cruella specifically so that by saying, but she could be worse. She could be worse. And at least she took down the person who's worse, right? So then by default, that means she's better.
Do an origin story for Time itself, yeah. Yeah, so maybe Time had a rough childhood. Who's to say? Let's cash in. I love it. Anyway, so we're gonna meet Cruella as a little kid named Estella, right? And she was born with black and white hair split right down the middle. Why? Because the character's known for having black and white hair split right down.
She dyes it. Huh?
Down the middle. That makes sense. And one day she's being kind of cruel, right? So her mom is like, hey, your name is Estella, not Cruella. Right. And that's how she got the name Cruella. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. See, sir, the thing about origin movies is that sometimes you gotta explain how certain things about a known character came to be. Oh, you do? Yeah, like later in the movie, she's gonna hear about a car called the DeVille, and she's gonna be like, oh, I like that. And that's how she got that part of her name. Well, now that you...
Huh? Cruella DeVille. Cruella DeVille. I mean, one, her last name could have just been DeVille. Like, that's a legitimate sounding name. Yes, it's obviously a play on devil, but like it could have still have legitimately been DeVille. And Cruella could have just been a nickname that people just started giving to her, but she goes from a different name. Actually, I think that's legitimately what... I got mad. I think that's legitimately how it is in the movie. I'm pretty sure that's how it was in the movie, right?
Mention it, I had never wondered about that. Well, now you know, I suppose.
But also making it so that her last name apparently comes from a car that she just randomly sees and likes. Kind of dumb. You would think that would be something that's part of her actual legacy. Not just, oh, that looks fun. I like that name.
I do. So anyway, Estella's mom one day is gonna be asking this mysterious lady for money at this gala, right? But these Dalmatians are gonna push her off a cliff. Cruella DeVille's mom was murdered by Dalmatians. She sure was, sir. A Dalmatian jumped on her and she fell to her death. What, did the dog go over the cliff with her? No, the Dalmatian did a kind of drop kick move that it somehow knew, so the Dalmatian is fine. Oh, drop kicking Dalmatians are tight. So then Estella's gonna go to London.
So we're trying to make Cruella less insufferable or less terrible because she actually has a tragic backstory where her mother, one of the only good people in her life, was killed by Dalmatians. And that's why she's evil. Oh no.
And meet these little street urchins named Jasper and Horace, and she starts dyeing her hair red. Okay. And so then 10 years later...
Why red?
They're like a thief team, right? But her real passion is designing clothes. Sure. So Jasper and Horace get her a job at this department store, and that eventually leads to her getting discovered by the Baroness. She's evil. She sure is, sir. So Estella starts working her way up the ranks in the Baroness's fashion company, because she has really good fashion ideas. Nice. But then one day she realizes that the Baroness has her mother's necklace, so it clicks like, oh, my mom was kicked by a Dalmatian at this party, and I want this necklace back. So what does she do? Well, her and her friends plan a heist at this party, but as a distraction, Estella becomes...
Wait. So, this Baroness killed her mother used attack dogs, basically, to kill her mother and take this necklace. Cruella somehow manages to just stumble across her in the future, knowing nothing about what happened, sees her wearing her mother's necklace, and is like, oh, I need that necklace because it looks just like my mom, so now we're going to pull a heist. So this is a heist movie? Now? What?
Cruella. She changes her hair color back to black and white. So she's Cruella now. She's Cruella from here on out, sir. She's mean to her friends. She's mean to everybody now. Doesn't revert back to Estella, even at home. Oh, she's Cruella now. Oh, that felt a little abrupt, but I'm into it. So Cruella shows up to this party and sets her own dress on fire. Oh my God, is she okay? Yeah, it completely burns up in like a second and reveals an amazing outfit underneath. How does she have Hunger Games fire technology? Unclear, but at this party, the Baroness uses a dog whistle, which like triggers this memory that Cruella has, and she realizes that the Baroness killed her mom. Oh, very rude. Yeah, so now her mission is to start upstate.
My head hurts. This is painful. This is legitimately painful.
The Baroness all the time as revenge. Oh, it is? Yeah, she's gonna show up and be like, hey, everybody look at my clothes. Nice. And then later she's gonna be like, everybody look at my clothes. Amazing. And then a bit later she's gonna pop out and be like, everybody look at my clothes. I love it. Oh, and I should mention these are very nice clothes. Oh, that makes it even better. Yeah. So does she hide her face from the Baroness or what's that? No, she doesn't. So how does the Baroness not recognize her employee? Well, sir, like I said, her hair is different now. That works. But eventually the Baroness is gonna figure it out, so she tries to, burn her alive. Oh.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, but the valet is gonna save Cruella, and then he's gonna reveal that the Baroness is actually her biological mother. That's a thing that happens in movies, so it may as well happen in this one too.
So what about the lady that got kicked off the balcony? Who was she? Did she steal Cruella when she was a kid and now she's terrible?
Oh, it's gonna. So then Cruella goes to this other big party that the Baroness is throwing, and she purposefully has the Baroness push her off a cliff. Oh, it's gonna be hard for her to survive being pushed off a cliff. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, she designed her skirt to have a parachute inside of it. What, did she test that? I don't see how she would have, sir, but she...
Free, just watch the movie. Origin movies like this are really good. Cruella is too. Him explaining it like this is really doing a disservice. Oh, I fully understand that. And let me preface. I don't mind these movies. I think that they can be fun. However, my frustration is they're using a lot of like these original IPs and making like weird ass changes and doing goofy things with them. Purely for money, not for like improving on the story, not for like giving another take on things. And yes, I understand money is an important factor for a business. They have to be making money. But at the same time, they're doing a lot of really weird ass shit with these movie IPs and making them just batshit insane for no reason. Like, this did not need to be called Cruella. This did not have to have anything to do with the original series. This could have been its own thing altogether. This could have been its own thing altogether. It could have had its own characters. It could have had its own plot line. It could have had its own story, and it would have been perfectly fine. I wouldn't have batted an eye. But the problem is, they're attaching it to an IP that already has a full character into it. They're trying to make us sympathize with a character who is supposed to be evil, even though she's doing a bunch of terrible shit. And like, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's just frustrating. Like, I'm sure the movie's probably actually a lot better than we're making it out to be. I understand that this is probably making the movie sound worse than it actually is. I get that. But, like, it's still annoying to see this happen to things that, you know, were part of your childhood, that you grew up watching, and to see people making a mockery over a actual, like, timeless story, essentially, just so that they can have their 5 minutes of fame. That's the problem.
She's very good at designing clothes, so her whole plan was to hide a parachute inside her skirt and use it for the first time during a deadly fall. That's right, sir, and it works perfectly, because that's what I wrote here. Well, great. And then also her team had instructed everyone at the party to step outside behind her, and so hundreds of people saw the Baroness push Cruella. She didn't hear hundreds of people step outside behind her? She didn't, no, and luckily every single one of those people stayed perfectly quiet for some reason. Not a word was spoken. Oh, well, that worked out great. It sure did, sir. So then Cruella inherits the house and the Dalmatians and the fortune, and the Baroness gets arrested. Wow, 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 wow. And then in a mid-credit scene, we're gonna reveal that the Dalmatians actually had puppies. Oh, and so are these the puppies that Cruella wants to skin eventually? Oh, wait, no, I don't think Cruella would want to skin puppies, but that's the character's whole thing. Yeah, well, maybe we're doing like an alternate reality Cruella. Like at a certain point of the movie, it's gonna seem like maybe she did skin some dogs, but she didn't really. But she's going to eventually, right? That's like the whole character. I can't really see her doing that, no. Okay, well, why make Cruella's origin movie if she's not gonna turn into the Cruella that people know? Because name recognition will make people want to come watch the movie, and
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, this has nothing to do with 101 Dalmatians at the end of the day. You could have made this character named literally anything else, and it would have been just fine. It would have actually probably been a better movie if you didn't attach 101 Dalmatians to it. That's the thing.
Therefore, minimize your studio's risk in investing millions of dollars into this project. That's a good point. I love it. Anyway, so Cruella's gonna have these
Selma, thank you for the subscription. Welcome. Like, what is that? A little over a year now? Damn, that's crazy. Also back. I got made.
Puppies Perdita and Pongo delivered to Anita and Roger. They're from 101 Dalmatians. They sure are, sir. Why did she deliver dogs to them? Because that works. So what do you think? Well,
sure.
I'm a little disturbed to learn that Perdita and Pongo were related, but this sounds like a lot of fun.
I got made again. Wait. I got made again. Wait.
So Cruella's gonna have these puppies Perdita and Pongo delivered to Anita and Roger. They're from 101 Dalmatians.
Wait. So, Cruella, the dogs that killed Cruella's mom, right, had puppies, Perdita and Pongo. And then she then sent these two dogs to two random ass people, and these two dogs bring these two people together. And those two dogs, who are siblings, have puppies. Oh. Yeah.
They sure are, sir. Why did she deliver dogs to them? Because that works. So what do you think? Well, I'm a little disturbed to learn that Perdita and Pongo were related, but this sounds like a lot of fun and relatively low budget. Oh, I should also mention that this is going to take place in 1970s London, so there's going to be a lot of opportunities for cool music. Okay. And we're going to take every single one of those opportunities. Oh my God. Let me ask you something. What's your usual music budget? I double it. I didn't even say a number. Then triple that. We're going to have wall-to-wall needle drops in this thing. It's going to cost you a fortune. Oh no.
Cruella reportedly cost $200 million to make. Disney's Cruella is the latest in the studio line and live action reimaginings of animated titles, and it represents a hefty investment. And the fact there's only 3 dogs, oh no. Yep. Once again, I'm sure the movie's actually fine. Like, if you're not looking at it too deep, you're not like you're going in there with zero expectations. I'm sure it's fine. The problem is, once again, if this was its own IP, it would have been better. It would have actually been okay. It expands, but is it expanding in a useful way? That's the problem. I'm not a fan of this. Like, I mean, I could go and watch it, but like, I'm not a fan of what the like general synopsis of this. Honestly, the film seemed interesting, but they messed the entire routine, not just the ending. Exactly. Like, I'm sure, once again, it's perfect. It's a perfectly fine movie. But I like the villains. That's fine. You can like the villains, but like, they also kind of messed up the villains in this one. Cruella's didn't want to... Cruella's a good person by the end of the movie, apparently. And then suddenly changes to being another Baroness. Only not. Only, yes, but... And apparently has no problems with the Dalmatians now, even though the Dalmatians killed her mom, but it wasn't the Dalmatians, they were trained attack dogs. Not every villain needs to be a redeeming person, yeah. Oh, man. It's complicated. It really is complicated. Spoilers ahead. Oh, The Little Mermaid.
So, you got a movie for me?
This one was bad. I know damn well this one did bad.
Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking, what if we take one of our classic animated movies and make a live-action remake of it? What? What if we did that?
We've never done that before. Legitimately, we've never done that before.
Huh. Yeah, you know what? That might actually work. It just might. It just might. Wow, okay, I think we've pretended to be creative long enough, so what are we thinking details-wise? Like shot for shot? Sometimes, yeah. Amazing. Any major changes? None that I can foresee anyone on the internet getting mad about.
You foresaw wrong.
Fantastic. And then obviously we make all the sea creatures super photorealistic, just make their faces completely devoid of emotion. We gotta do that, yeah, of course.
I mean, that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that because, once again, it's supposed to be live action. But then again, this isn't really a live action movie now, is it? I would only want to see a live action if they follow the real book version or altered slightly. Yeah, I could agree. Poor Melissa McCarthy. Yeah. Poor everyone who was part of this project, except for the ones who, like, were part of the attack force for this project, because there were people who were, you know, saying that the viewers were dumb because they didn't like the movie. Or did that not start with this one? I know that started fairly close to around this movie.
Gotta be photorealistic with these talking fish. There's no other way. And I was thinking, hey, what if Flounder's not fun to look at? Oh, I like that. And Scuttle's gonna be a very funny seabird. The first time we see it, it's gonna dive into the water and grab a little fish as a snack. Oh my god, in front of Flounder? Yeah, but Scuttle eats a fish that can't talk, so that's fine. You know, that fish's life does not matter. So wait, some sea creatures can talk and others can't? What determines that? Hey, shut up. And so these
Hey, shut up. Okay, we don't have to worry about that kind of thing. It's still law of the ocean, baby. Things need to eat. They legitimately need to eat. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, when it came to the actors, they seemed really grand in the clips I've seen. I want Ursula Villa movie. The book around her story sounds really interesting. I feel like they did that, actually. Beauty and the Beast and Lion King kicked off the downward live action trend. Yeah, I heard Beauty and the Beast was actually half decent, though, because it was actually made with some kind of care, but after that, yeah, no.
Three friends are having a little chat underwater. The bird is talking underwater. For a little bit, yeah, then it needs to go up for air. So just like in the original, Ariel is obsessed with human stuff, right? She's like, hey, what's going on up there? I'm into it. Sure. And then obviously, you know, there's the father, a king who doesn't approve of his child's yearning for adventure. And he has a funny little sassy advisor that he assigns the task of keeping his kid out of trouble, and the advisor is reluctant, but, you know, doesn't really have a choice. And this king...
You got your movies switched around, but I mean, this is a trope in a lot of movies. Attaching it, like harping on this between these two movies is not really fair because that was part of the original storyline.
As an evil sibling who tricks the king's child into a dangerous situation because they themselves want to be ruler of the kingdom. I feel like you showed the wrong clips there. What are you talking about? Those clips were from the wrong movie, I think. What clips?
I'm still mad Lion King movie was put in as a live action movie. Yeah, it's not a live action movie. That was a CG movie. It wasn't live action. It was all right, but elements didn't live up to the golden era of animation. And if I recall correctly, Best Picture winner nominee. Fair enough.
Never mind. So anyway, one day she saves Prince Eric's life using her siren voice. She uses a hypnotizing siren's voice that mermaids use to trick men into falling in love with them. That's right, sir. So how can we be sure that Prince Eric has actually fallen in love with her? I guess we can't. All right. So they both kind of become obsessed with each other, and it's almost all consensual, probably. Right. And we're gonna have Sebastian, the photorealistic crab, perform that song Under the Sea.
Photorealistic, sure. He totally looks photorealistic.
Oh, life being better down where it's wetter is tight. Yeah, so he's gonna be singing about fish playing instruments and whatnot. That'll be fun to see. No, we're not gonna show them playing instruments. That's not realistic. Oh, and then eventually...
I mean, I can understand that, but it could have been a situation similar to, like, in the SpongeBob series, in SpongeBob, where they go back to the jellyfish fields and all the jellyfish were actually playing music and all that, and having some whimsy and bouncing out of coral to make music, and clams like clicking and clacking and going la 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 la, doing something like that. That would have been fun, but no, we don't have that.
Ariel's gonna meet Ursula, and she's gonna present a deal to her. Oh, here.
The sad thing is, these remakes could have been amazing. Yes, if they had actually stuck to things, if they had actually stuck to it and actually like represented the movie properly. But no, they had to change everything and make an entirely different story for, you know, no reason whatsoever.
Here we go. Yeah, she'll transform her into a human for 3 days, but she needs to receive true love's kiss. Right.
And she's not supposed to be able to talk, right?
But in this version, Ursula's gonna change things up a little bit and cheat by adding this thing where Ariel can't remember that she needs to get a kiss. What? Yeah, because this...
Huh? What? The hitch was supposed to be that she's not allowed to use her voice. Because Ursula was supposed to take the voice so she can do the Ariel side. What are you talking about?
This way it'll feel more like natural love, you know? In the original, it's kind of like, oh, she's trying to get kissed. If Ursula can just lie about the deal, why even bother with a deal in the first place? Unclear. So then Ariel and Eric are gonna go on a couple of ocean-themed dates and fall in love. And Ursula's gonna hear about this, and she's gonna be like, well, dang, I gotta step my game up. I didn't cheat hard enough. So what does she do? Well, she uses Ariel's voice that she stole and turns herself into...
Oh, so she did steal her voice. But then what's the point? What? Why bother cheating? This is already a huge handicap.
To a pretty lady and hypnotizes Prince Eric into wanting to marry her. Very sneaky. Yeah, and then I figure there's a good opportunity for an original song here where Scuttle and Sebastian tell Ariel about this. Oh, I think I have an idea of who we could get to write some original music. Me too. Let's say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Lin-Manuel Miranda. Exactly. Amazing.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yep. Fresh off of his, fresh off of making the hit Alexander Hamilton, they wanted to bring him in for this movie, which honestly, probably perfectly fine. Apparently Ursula's having a time travel moment and decided to add spice to this. I'm assuming so.
I don't know anyone else who writes original music anymore. He's the only one. He's the only one. So the photorealistic crab and bird do a rap? Yeah, the photorealistic crab and bird do a rap. And then I guess Ariel has to...
Why are they rapping now? Wonka remakes use the original books, the Grimm Fairy Tales and the original Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen. I'd watch that. It wouldn't be for kids, but I'd watch that.
To go break up the wedding. Well, in the original, it was a wedding, but I feel like we should up the stakes a little bit here.
Because it's hip with the kids.
Yeah. What if instead of a wedding, she has to break up an engagement party? Whoa, those are higher stakes.
Huh?
I know, right? So then Eric and
How is that okay.
Ariel are gonna kiss, but they're just a bit too late, so she turns back into a mermaid.
Oh no.
And then Ursula's gonna claim her and kill King Triton.
Well, it's gonna be hard for her to take down the
Wait, she actually kills King Triton?
ruler of the mer people. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, she has 2 eels zap him slightly and he dies.
Oh.
Yeah.
The king of Atlantis, killed by 2 bitch-ass eels.
And then Ursula accidentally kills her eel, so she gets upset and turns herself into a kaiju.
Very exciting.
I mean, she kind of did that in the movie. She turned into a kaiju, yeah?
And then Ariel's gonna save the day by stabbing her with a big old ship. Wasn't it Eric who did it in the original?
Yeah, but, you know, Ariel's a strong, independent woman now, and she knows how to drive a boat perfectly. She's never been on a boat. She totally knows how to do that.
She's the main character, so she's gonna do it. But Eric doing it is what made King Triton see that not all humans are bad.
Yeah.
This one we're gonna be like, he was.
Well, actually, that doesn't matter anymore because, you know, King Triton's dead. So it doesn't matter what King Triton thinks anymore.
Was present while it happened, and so that works.
Oh, well, great.
So then Triton comes back to life, and he keeps popping up out of the water at about nipple level and just staring at them.
What?
Because he loves them.
Feels kind of weird.
And so they go explore the ocean together, and we're done. So what do you think?
Well, it sounds like another live-action remake, you know?
It is. I'm just getting concerned that we're starting to run out of animated classics to do this to. You know, what are we gonna do next?
You're not.
We'll figure something out. I mean, who's to say a 2016 movie's not a classic?
I like the way you think.
Moana live-action remake confirmed, cast, story details, and everything we know. Yay! Atlantis or Treasure Planet? They're never going to do Treasure Planet. They're never going to do Treasure Planet. I hated all of this. I mean,
Hi, everybody. Ryan George here.
George, you did great. Ryan George, you did great. You did great. That was funny. That was funny. I hated all of this. I hated legitimately all of this. This was awful. And like I said, all these movies could have been perfectly fine in a vacuum. If you didn't try to pander and slap your friggin' title, like another IP, on top of these movies, they probably would have done 100 times better. Okay? But because you want to slap 101 Dalmatians onto it, you want to slap Pinocchio on it, you want to slap freaking Mulan and all these other ones on top of these brand new movies that change literally everything about the original. Because you wanted to do that, you were giving people a bunch of false hope, and then because everything was just been shit every single time, you have not been able to do a successful one yet. Nobody trusts you. Nobody's going to trust you, and it's just been terrible. I'm sorry. It's awful. Anyway, that's been fun. That was funny. Pain. What? Hey, did you enjoy that? Was it funny? Well, come and check it out live over on twitch.tv/freeform_art. Make sure you put the _art. We have lots of fun there. We enjoy ourselves, and we want to see you over there. So come on and hang out. See you in a bit.